Masculinity is determined by society's culture and history. Asian masculinity and Western masculinity are viewed differently from one another because of this. Thus, advertisers use models of different ethnicities to appeal more effectively to certain types of products. By asking a Chinese citizen what the stereotypical Asian model looks like, I am better able to understand Asian masculinity and the types of products that appeals best with them. I will then use that information and the information I previously know from Western models and advertising and see how they compare to one another. How a culture defines masculinity is crucial to advertising certain types of products. So I asked my subject what type of products they generally see Asian and Western models advertising for. This gave me a sense of the stereotypes that come with culture more. For instance, Asian models are shown more in technology products, while Western models are shown more frequently advertising for things such as fashion and health. So to better understand Asian masculinity, I interviewed Yu from my writing class. Yu is from China and has lived there her whole life. The interview went well, and I was better able to understand a lot of things from a different viewpoint. It was very interesting to learn about someone from such a different culture than me. Where I'm from, it's very rare to be introduced to someone so different than you are and to be exposed to such diversity. So it was nice to get to know someone that was so different. Yet we still had things in common. We both love magazines, so we were both moderately familiar with the topic of target-based advertising already. You and I discussed the differences in Western and Asian masculinity. We concluded that Asian cultures portray masculinity the same as American advertisements, and most often will use Caucasians. However, gentle and refined is the most popular type of masculinity in China. I compared that to the trendy and hard look that Americans tend to lean towards. We agreed that the most common and most ideal masculinity globally is a Caucasian male that's gentle and trendy. We then went on to discuss the desired men's image for a different context. For instance, in America, I see Western models in magazines for health and fashion more often. Whereas I see a trend of Asian models in technology-related products. You added that she notices Western models in fashion magazines more because Americans tend to be more about the body, while Asian masculinity tends to be more about facial beauty. That's why you see Asians in beauty products a lot, because Asian masculinity centralizes the face. In fact, the earliest records of men using cosmetics were in Asia to signify their status. This most likely has to do with the difference in Asian and Western masculinity today. What I concluded from the article, and from you, was that global media marketers choose specifically which ethnicity to display their products with to appeal to a certain buyer.